ARK Aquatica theme tune released and... oh no. New weapons discovered arriving with Lost Colony. And yes, I know, it's delayed. When are we going to learn? You're right, kids, it's Raasclark. Welcome back to your regular ARK community news. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share around, and let's play ARK at some point. Because yes, it's delayed once again. We dropped that video warning you on what to prepare for, warning you to back up your cryos, back up your modded cryos, your modded structures to prepare for the release, which was meant to be last night, and then it was postponed to tonight, and now it's postponed again to tomorrow, which is a problem for several reasons. Look, it's ARK, it's wildcard. We've come to expect this by now. It's a real shame that it had to happen with this one in particular, because this is the 10-year anniversary event of ARK, and would have been great to celebrate it with this. And of course, as a result of this delay, kind of casts a shadow over the anniversary celebrations. I'm sure the dev team are very disappointed in not committing to their original release date, and it's mostly down to certification, console certification, as we've seen before. And honestly, whilst in the past I've been quite lenient on this, and you know, things can happen in certification, Xbox or PlayStation can say, no, we're not happy about this, and delay it even further. PlayStation in particular are quite notorious with their certification process. You know this by now. You've been doing this long enough to maybe think we should be giving this a bit more time to go through certification. There's no excuse in that anymore, really. I've been quick to jump on Wildcard's defense on this in the past, but it's happened often enough. Certification has been the blame of many delays, with many releases, with many updates over the years. It's just, come on. You know, if it's going to happen, you should prepare for this. It's a shame, as I said, it's casting a shadow over the anniversary celebrations, whilst people should be pumped to talk about it, me, myself included. Really privileged to be here 10 years on, enjoying ARK still, and being a part of the creative space for it, and every bit of support I've had, not both from you, the community, but also Wildcard themselves as well. It's been a wonderful journey, and ready to celebrate it in style with all of the cool content that's coming with it. But I can't yet. I'm gonna have to wait until tomorrow, as all of you are, to revel in the Unreal 5.5 update and celebrate all of the content that's coming, dropping with that we've covered numerous times before. And to excuse it just a touch, with a monolithic release such as this, you cannot release this on other platforms before other platforms. Imagine PlayStation or PC or whatever platform gets this days prior to the other ones. The pandemonium that would be created by the other platforms not being able to play unofficial for a day or two would be a nightmare. So it's got to be a simultaneous release with this, and as a result, it's delayed. But you know, you've been down this road many times before. Come on, excuses getting a bit old, not gonna lie. And if you book the day off for it, come on, you must know better by now. Do not book time off for this. We know ARK well enough to expect delays. And honestly, I was there. I was ready. You think I'd learn myself by now? I dropped a news video on Monday expecting to see it on that night. It didn't happen, and we are now waiting another day. Fingers crossed it does drop, though. Is the timing really good? I don't know, man, because on the very same day, not forgetting that Wednesday night PST really means Thursday in the AM for the UK and Europe, and into the midday over in Australia. Well, its perhaps biggest competitor in a long time, well, a lot of creators from the ARK scene are jumping on this one, is releasing on that same day, on Thursday. Dune Awakening, a game that we've covered, we've looked at, though I've got to admit, don't find it very comparable to ARK now, less so than I did before. I think it's more comparable to games like Human and Destiny. But nevertheless, a lot of ARK creators are looking forward to this one and looking forward to playing this day one. And as a result, you may find quite a few ARK creators not celebrating the 10-year anniversary and playing this instead, because it's a brand new game, it's a brand new IP. It's going to make sense to jump on what's hot. Everybody's going to be playing this, everybody under the sun on day one, and it's just going to negatively impact that ARK celebration, which is a bit of a shame. I'll be trying to manage the both, I'm hoping, but it's a shame to release these both on the same day. Was it a clever ploy to do that, to pull players away from Dune? I don't think so. It's just certification, man. And just to add on to Monday's video where we went through a bunch of preparation for this, there is a list that CurseForge dropped of every single mod that's going to be affected on day one, with an encouragement of maybe not to have these installed on your servers or single player. And it's a pretty extensive list. I won't go through this name by name, but standout mods are definitely Foreglass. Surprised to see that one here. Augmented Spyglass is one I've seen quite a few players use. Traits for players, I've seen that one being quite popular as well. Milk Glider, a mod I have installed. I have to be mindful of that one then. Maybe that one's just been canned for whatever reason. TNI Stella, surprising to see that one. Of course, the map that we played back in ASE and enjoyed it and been planning to play it at some point in the future. It's a shame to see this listed here. ARK Supreme, a big one I know a lot of people play. Atlantia, Forgotten Worlds, Oblivion. I didn't know there was an Oblivion mod in here that seems related to Elder Scrolls, right? Because the one following on it says the Citadel. Don't know what either of those two are. And to be honest, most of these I don't. I'm guessing a lot of these are possibly mods that have been made in the past where the mod authors have seemingly been abandoned, gone, done other things, and that mod is now out in the water, never to be supported ever again. I'll leave a list of each and every one of these mods in the comments below so you can go through them and pick them out yourselves to make sure your mod isn't affected if it is one of these mods. So yeah, Snail Games released a video of the kids performing group that are covering the theme song to ARK Survival Evolved DLC, still happening, expansion. Illuminati Suns is the group's name, and look, we're going to be treading very carefully with this one. It's kids, for crying out loud. We can't really be critical of kids, and more for them. Wow, what a great opportunity for them to be employed to perform something like this for an IP as big as ARK. But what the hell, man? Like, it's such a difficult ground to cover because I don't want to be critical of these kids. And I don't know whether they've done this AI work, but yet again, there's more AI trader stuff apparently happening with this one. We see some crazy floating swimming dog, which I think is actually a creature they're planning to release with ARK Aquatica. We're going down the AI route once again. I can't believe it's happening, but apparently so. It's not ARK, and it further cements such a removal from the ARK brand, from the ARK franchise, that this is nothing like it. It's such a misinformed approach when you look at the work Gareth Coker has done for ARK in the past. ARK music is Gareth Coker's love child, and it's a wonder how Gareth Coker might feel about this one, though he may be happy for these kids too. But you saw the interview with Gareth Coker during the extra live stream last year. Every note, every melody, every tone was all within theme of what was happening within the game. It's of course iconic because it's so relatable, and of course made by the maestro himself. And then Snail thought, well, let's forget the perhaps biggest quality of ARK that the fans can all never argue on, of how astounding it is, of how complimentive of ARK it is, of how lucky ARK and Wildcard are to have Gareth Coker composing for the game. That will make a kids TV show, target marketing, no idea what the heck this is meant to be. Listen, I think the song is lovely and more to these kids performing this, but it's just not ARK. It's not relatable. Maybe I'm just too old for this. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know. Maybe it's an attempt to bring in a new market audience, to bring in the kids to play ARK Aquatica, because they know, all of us geriatrics, we know what ARK is, we know what Wildcard are, and we know what Snail is. So if they can't get us to buy Snail, well, let's try and go after the kids instead, and we'll market it that way. It's just a shame, man, that, you know, the soundtrack's been released free on Steam and the comments are phenomenal. It's all negative. All negative. Disgusting, gloofy, slapatica song. The Kids Bop downgrade does none of that. I wouldn't be surprised if this was AI generated as well. Worse than I was expecting. Like, the quality and relevance of the song will match the new DLC. It goes on, and it's a shame, really, truly, for Illuminati Suns out of this escapade more than anyone, because I just really hope no hate gets sent their way as a result. Again, well done to them. What a fantastic achievement at such an age to be doing something like this. I would kill for an opportunity like this. We got a few new images with the Steam release of this, of what to expect of ARK Aquatica. It doesn't really tell me anything more than we saw with the trailer prior. It's not really wanting me to buy ARK Aquatica at all. I see an eel with a mohawk. That's about it. Nevertheless, I still don't expect this to drop anytime soon. Remember, there's going to be some event at IGN Live over the next few days, and hopefully we'll get a bit of info surrounding what their plan is there. I really thought they might have canned this by now, but no, it's all full steam ahead. Let's invest in stuff that don't work. Once again, let's not invest in Wildcard and their product. Anyway, shout out to Vino, who was having a little dig through the dev kit recently and discovered something related to Lost Colony in the terms of weaponry that's possibly going to drop with either Lost Colony when that map releases late in the year, or with this early access content we're meant to be getting with Ragnarok when that drops in the next 2 weeks. Within a bunch of different file names, the same thing keeps popping up, called primal item _ weapon crossbow _ fab, which if you backtrack a little bit, it's under Lost Colony weapons / fabricated crossbow, stipulating we're going to get a brand new crossbow weapon within Lost Colony. How fabricated from the primitive crossbow we get is a wonder indeed. Of course, the next step up from a crossbow is the long neck. That's your go-to tool to use for taming after a crossbow. So what could a fabricated crossbow provide that a long neck can't? Fascinating thoughts, fascinating considerations on what this fabricated version of the crossbow is going to be and what's it going to do. Just thought I'd share that one with you, especially when you consider that the tech bow is going to be a weapon we get later on in the game, which does it all, lest we forget the tech bow is an insane thing to use. So where does this fabricated crossbow fall into play between us? Listen, I'm not complaining. I'm happy to receive a different new weapon with Lost Colony. Great to see them taking a stab at something new in a new iteration of something that they've had before. But where is this going to fit in between everything else that we've already got? What is it going to do differently? The big one probably is the use of trank arrows. Once you've got a long neck, you're less likely to use a crossbow, and wouldn't it be nice to have a better crossbow that could really knock things out quicker and perhaps inflicting less damage than a crossbow? If you've ever used a crossbow, max crossbow before, you'll know the drill there. I'd love to know your theories. Comment below, let me know. So I guess tomorrow night it's happening at some point Wednesday night PST, which is Thursday in the morning for Europe and Thursday midday for Australia. Could we be seeing another delay? Is it going to push back Ragnarok even more? We'll find out soon. Until then, my name is Raasclark. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and as always are.